YouTube, what is going on? We're going to watch this little video. We're going to talk about Chris Tyson from MrBeast channel. Let's just watch this video and we're going to do some commentary and I'm going to kind of speak to what I feel about the whole situation here. So
the situation gets worse. After being exposed for his old tweets and videos, Chris is being accused of Islamophobia, grooming and even transphobia. And after the Sunny V2 video, the Twitter outrage towards Chris now seems more hateful than respectful. So what caused this? My name is Cloudo, and I make videos like this all the time. After I posted
shout out to this dude for making this video, by the way, too.
Video on this situation, going over the Sunny V2 video on Chris, I was met with something I didn't expect. People didn't know what to think at all. The like to dislike ratio was 57%, and the comments were literally a war. This guy comments, "I'm proud of Chris," to be met with, "No, it's..."
You know, that's another thing too, man. I mean, there is so much divisiveness. Like, we're so divided now in the world, but with this situation, I think it's way deeper than you agree or not agree with it. I'll jump into it right now. I think from a business standpoint, you know, you watch any MrBeast clip, video, interview, all that, he's all about numbers. He's all about retention on YouTube. He's all about his subscribers, making money. With Chris putting him in a spot where he might be, whether it's right or wrong, where he might lose a huge chunk of his audience, I think it's selfish on Chris's part. Outside of the MrBeast channel, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. So, you know, he wants to be transgender, that's fine. I mean, I don't think many people have an issue with that. Well, some people do. I don't care, though. I don't care what he wants to do. That's his life. There's a third part to it where he said he's known this for a long time, and then he's still got a wife, and then he had a kid with her, and then left her, and now is putting his child through this too. I think that is also selfish. I think there's two selfish things. The doing this to his very good friend, MrBeast, who's given him everything financially, and then also doing it to his wife and his kid. But on a personal level, on a selfish level, he's allowed to do whatever he wants, right? So let's we'll dive into that more as this video goes on, but let's just watch this.
Twisted and wrong, as well as sane. I'm glad they feel comfortable to be themselves. But this comment, this is when the story takes a turn I didn't expect. The user states, "Chris has sold his soul. This isn't him. He used to laugh at racism, mock transgenderism, and now the biggest YouTube channel in the world is sharing this anti-Christ." And this was followed by a reply.
What did he do?
"Have you seen his old tweets?"
Let's see them.
So what are these old tweets? What are these old tweets that are such a big deal online? Let's take a look. "Nothing gets my knob cranking like some loli" from 2016. If you don't know what loli is, it's basically an anime girl who looks young and has a like body. This is a weird thing to say. Let's move on. Between what's happened at the Ariana Grande concert and what's going on in the Philippines, why the f do we even take Islam serious? It's an old-ass backwards religion that hates anything different and treats women like shit. This is from 2017. He has also...
what does that have to do with him, though, and MrBeast and being I guess he's going to get to it. Let's give it a chance
stated
here.
"Your granny in 2018. So the hypocrisy...
Is that real? Oh, that's not a good look for him with everything going on right now. That's not a good look. One like, how old is 2018? Whoa. Are these real? I mean, we're going to have to fact check this.
is real. Another tweet of his that people say highlights the hypocrisy of the Chris we see online now is, "I let a lady go in front of me waiting for a drink machine and she got the last Mountain Dew. This is why feminism is shit." But it's not only tweets.
I mean, that's a joke. That's a joke, so we can move on. That's just him trying to be funny.
This is not at all where Chris from only a few years ago drew the line. There is also videos exposing Chris's hypocrisy. In a video where MrBeast watches a YouTube video for 10 hours straight, Chris is heard calling the M-word out, then trying to play it cool when he realizes MrBeast is live streaming.
He said back in 2009. It's going viral.
You do know I'm watching this for 10 hours straight on a live stream. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the N-word,
Well, you just said the N-word.
but I'm not relevant.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I guess you can say the N-word.
But
Not
Chris
yet.
isn't shy to being racist online, as there is another clip of him saying the N-word.
Okay, Google, spell ICUP.
ICUP is spelled I-C.
Damn, not a good look again. Not a good look, but let's continue.
Let's now look at the video that the comment I previously showed earlier stemmed from. An old skip video from MrBeast and Chris.
Alright, time to see if they've updated the gender list. They have 63 genders up there, but they can't have my gender?
Bro, what are you doing?
Bro? Did you just assume my gender?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you.
You're such a helophobe. Get out! I sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
I mean, it's a funny concept. It's funny. I think it's funny, but it's super ironic that all this is happening now. And yeah, let's continue. I'm hooked now.
Since I was a boy, I dreamed of soaring over the oil fields, dropping hot, sticky loads on disgusting foreigners. People say to me that a person being a helicopter is impossible. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades, 30mm cannons, and AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body. From now on, I want you guys to call me Apache and respect my right to kill from above and kill needlessly. If you can't accept me, you're a helophobe and need to check your vehicle privilege.
But to not be biased in this video, it's only right I show
funny
Chris's
concept, man.
responses to the drama themed around him. And man, it gets interesting. After Sunny V2 posted his video on how the Chris transition
People are hating on. Well, people always hate on Sunny V2 because his videos are. I mean, Ludwig said it. He said, his videos are always like hateful and kind of prey on people's downfalls. This video wasn't that bad. I watched the whole thing, but anyway.
affect the MrBeast channel.
Feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos. If this is the case, Jimmy has no option but to accept this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media
Yeah, that's
fight.
the thing. Like Ben Shapiro said this now, if you come out as if you are any sort of wokeist, so if you come out as transgender, or if you say, I identify as a cat or whatever, you are unfireable. You are unfireable because if you do get fired, you say it's discrimination. I mean, yeah, Ben Shapiro made that great point.
Storm. The only clean solution should things go south might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable. Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy.
The whole thing.
That's the thing, man. That's what I think too. Like, how can Chris? It's just it's selfish in the fact that he knows this will affect the channel. He has to know that, but he's doing this anyway. I mean, think of all the millions and millions and billions of dollars the MrBeast channels make. Think of all the good they do with that money. Think of all the nonprofits, all the people, they change their lives with money. So the more MrBeast makes, the better the world is. But more important than that to Chris is him, coming out and being transgender, which there's nothing wrong with that. But in terms of business, he must know what should affect Jimmy. And he doesn't care, though. That is the selfish part of this whole thing for me. I think that is the only issue with any of this.
Blew up. Chris was trending, Sunny had a hate mob against him, and the internet didn't exactly know how to respond to this situation. A tweet that Chris himself did respond to is this one by Cody. Chris just changed his alt account's profile picture to a sketch of himself. He can't use a real picture because he knows he looks too masculine. Followed by a screenshot of Chris the Alt God's new profile picture, which is the screenshot of the sketch done for the Sunny V2 video. In fairness, a lot of the replies to this thread are in Chris's defense, until Chris quote tweeted this in defense of himself. I just don't want any more photos of Tucker out there than there has to be. If you don't know, Tucker is the name of Chris's child, who he had with his ex-wife. He has now been accused of abandoning Tucker for his fantasy. Chris's response to abandoning Tucker was to tweet out, I won't let people talk about how I abandoned my child.
I mean, he didn't abandon his child by any means, but he did fuck up his wife's life. I mean, and he knew all this, and he still chose to marry her, still chose to have a kid with her. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. I mean, that's just a fact. That has nothing to do with what he identifies with. That's just a fucked up thing to do.
Is the only priority in my life. I have his love and support, and that is all I need. I'm doing this for him.
No,
if
no,
that
no,
confuses you, educate yourself.
No, you're not doing this for him. You're doing it for yourself. Come on. It's not going to make this kid's life better or easier. You're doing it for yourself.
That makes you mad? Leave. Simple. This was followed up with a Snapchat post titled "Tucker chose to slay this morning," including a photograph of his son wearing heels. And man, the internet was not happy. Calling him a groomer, saying he shouldn't have kids, saying this is indoctrination, that Chris is only trans thanks to the internet, and if it wasn't for his online presence, him and his wife would still be together and he wouldn't have left his family. But in fairness to Chris, he has stated online, "I used to go to Jimmy's for internet access. It wasn't the internet or people or anything. It was me seeing the clothes in my sister's closet at 5. And knowing I enjoyed wearing those clothes. The next 21 years was for learning about gender dysphoria." If you like this video, please do consider subscribing.
Interesting, man. Interesting. I mean, there's so much to unpack here. I think it's threefold, like I said. I think his whole family and all that is tough for his wife, man. It must be so tough for his wife. Tough for his kid. I mean, we can't underplay that. I mean, super tough for his kid. Really tough for Jimmy. I mean, really tough for Jimmy. And it's also tough for Chris because, you know, this is obviously how he feels. And, I mean, that can't be easy either. All around, it's just tough. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get into a little debate here. Are you Team Chris or are you against Chris on this one? And as always, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a good day. Love you guys. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. See you in the next one. Peace.